Okay, all right, let's get started. Welcome, this is UD Builders. We currently are doing the video on us installing these beams right here, this 4x4, and then we're going to be putting a Microlam across the top here. We're going to be working on the front porch of this build that we're doing. I'm just running through all the things that we're doing right here so you can see what we got going on. But yeah, we're going to be putting a 4x4 post here in the corner, and then we're going to have a Microlam going into the wall. And then we're going to have the Microlam going into the other wall. So this one will have only one post base, well, one post right here. We did the back porch as well. I'll leave a link right here if you want to do the back porch like how we did this front porch. Yeah, if you have two porches going on, that video would probably more suit you and what you got going on. But either way, you're going to see us put this Microlam beam in. You're going to see us putting it together. It's two slapped together and shot together. And you're also going to see us put this smaller Microlam in and level it out and have it ready to go for trusses. If you want to check out the series, this is kind of going to wrap up what we've been doing. If you want to check out the whole series from nothing to us just beginning with our dirt work and working our way to the point where we're ready for trusses, and just check out UD Builders. We've got a playlist that's probably going to have all of this from the beginning of the dirt work, the sonotubes, post bases, up to getting to the point where we're at right now. So you can check us out right there. We're going to get started. I think I have a few things to say when I was on the job, so I'm going to be quiet for a minute. Microlams, we're getting our trims up right here. It's two studs, flat. Well, yeah, you heard it right there. We do have two 2x4s flat sitting right there, two studs, yep. Nice, straight, pretty much perfect studs, no twist. That's what's going to be bearing these up. There, you can get a good look at them right there. That's what our Microlam is going to be sitting on. I'm going to give you a look at what the back porch looks like. Front. But we do have another video for that. Beam. So I'm going to lift up this post bay, or well, this post. Oh. And hold it right into place here. And also at the same time, I'm going to be leveling the post. I want it as close to level as possible while he's getting this mark. He is going to set his 8-foot level. You know, really you could reach out maybe 10 feet with a 10-foot screed if you're going out further. But he's going to put his 8-foot level on there. I'm going to have this post leveled. And he's going to be right on top of those two 2x4 studs that we just put in, because that will be the bottom of our Microlams. Get a good mark there. Man, it looks like I've got some kind of a sliver. We're going to cut these on the miter saw because we want a perfect cut with these. We're going to brace these up. We're going to throw a turnbuckle on our braces. We're going to screw everything into place. We're going to make this post as level as it can be. And we're going to probably jump to cutting our Microlams, so sweet. I'll hurry and let us get this leveled. Didn't really realize how long that I sat there to level that, so we're going to speed through this. I end up screwing it all. Turnbuckles are awesome. They do everything perfectly. I love turnbuckles. We use them all the time whenever we're doing our framing, concrete, any of that stuff. We love turnbuckles. All right. Okay, he's got to level down on the floor. We're going to make a mark right there with our post base so that we can get our lengths. So I'm going to put it up against the wall. We're going to take that 1/2 inch of sheeting into place. And we're going to also probably add 3 inches to it as well, to this Microlam. We want it a little extra long. And then we got our measurement for other side. We're going to do that one as well so that we can get our microlams cut at a good length. We do cut them a tad short because they don't have to go all the way through the wall, but we cut them long enough to where, you know, you're sitting on top of those 4x4, on those studs that we had put in place in the walls. All right, so I'm using some screws right here. These are Simpson strong tie screws, fasteners. I don't know if they have a different name for them or not. We like these a lot, use them right here. We use them, or we'll just use any kind of normal screw that's 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches type length to just be able to hold that into place. Double checking the level, it looks like. Alright, so with those lengths that we got for the microlams, we're going to hurry and get them cut here. I always like to use my big speed square when we're doing stuff like this. Alright, so you're also going to see that we're going to be doing a few fancy cuts on these as well. You'll see that I just measured to see how thick that microlam was. You're going to see the way that those microlams sit on the top of the post base. It isn't one's cut and butted up just against the other. We kind of cut it to where it jigs into place, and you'll be able to check that out and see that. If you don't catch that part on this video, you'll be able to catch it on the video of us doing the back porch that I suggested earlier. Also, the other thing that we're going to be having these microlams do is when we put these microlams into place, we will not have two top plates on top of them. We'll have one top plate on top of them. So you're going to see that I'm going to be cutting this off. It's pretty much the size of a 2x4, which is our top plate that's already in place right now that this will butt into and go underneath. It'll slide right into where we need it to be at. Because when we build our exterior walls, we always have two top plates. So when you go to put those little bearing studs in, you're going to want to make sure that you have already made this determining factor of if you're going to have one top plate or two top plates or no top plates.
Okay, so this is a big one, this is our cat smaller. Yeah, maybe this one. I'll double check it, that's good.
Dang, I also never realized how awesome the music sounds when it's sped up like this. I think it's really nice. I think it's a real treat. I can't even tell what's playing, but I know it's good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, also, I'm sweeping the floor right now. Always sweep your floor before you put your microlams down on it. We want a nice, flat, perfect surface for us to be doing this. Okay, so you're going to see him take a piece of the microlam over there on his side. He's going to make sure that that will fit so we can jigsaw that or jig it on place when we do that on top of the post. You're going to see which side is crown. Your crown's always going to be up. We're just right here straightening things out. You can see that we're going to have one top plate right there. Okay, I'm gonna go through and nail this. You're gonna put in 4 to 5 nails about every 10 to 14 inches, and then you're gonna come back through and you're gonna drive them in with your hammer. You want to get rid of any cup that you might have in your Microlam. Always have it from cup to cup as you're putting your Microlams together, but you'll have to determine that before you cut anything on this specific build that we're doing. But either way, driving every one of those nails, you want that Microlam to be completely tight. You want it to have no gaps whatsoever from each side. Okay, all right, we're gonna hurry and throw our little shorty together. You can see our top plate right there. You can see that we're making it so that they can jig up next to each other nicely. I'm gonna put a few shots in right here, and then I'm gonna shoot this one out as well. Sweet. So I wanted to show you what we did right here. We took a planer, we hurried and cleaned the edge of the Microlam where it's going to be going in through the wall right here where I'm standing. It made it a lot easier. We didn't do this with the back porch. We wish we did, just to make it so that it would just get started into place as we ended up putting this in. He's lifting it up with the skid steer, and I'm gonna get this right into place where it can get started any minute now.
Okay.
I'm almost gonna have to hold it into place as he starts pounding it on the other side with a single jack.
We got brakes right here.
Again, you could see this on the other video as well. I believe we get much better detail of it. I'm going to hit the wall from the hammer from the other side as those go together so that he's not just driving that wall out of level this whole time, that they can go in together.
Good.
We'll have to double check that for level by the time we're done with this.
That wall, this right here. Pencil. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, sure.
Okay, you got his side in. We are going to level this thing up into place so it doesn't move as we go to put our other one in. It literally is just kind of freestanding right now. He's going to put in 3 or 4 screws. What really holds it together is that when he puts in the other one, we'll put in about 2 or 3 screws. And then when we will tie the top corner together into place, and that's what will hold it.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to quick this
Yeah. Yeah, something seems wrong. I noticed it before. I'm trying to figure out if he's not finished yet. I think he's done. Got it? You better take this screw out. Sorry, double check the measurement. I think we should.
Okay, so we know the length on the floor from the outside of that post to the wall. What we're going to do is we're going to match that length up here, and that'll make it so that when we level this wall, we can check and make sure our post base, our post is in place, but really it's going to be able to be leveled up together. So either way, I stuck a screw in there. I'll end up putting the rest of the screws in there after we get the other one in place as well.
Whoa, what's wrong here? You gotta keep going. I'll hold it well. I just think by the end of the day, we're on. No. Feel one.
I don't think we have a video.
Oh, I see those ones, dude.
That's a freeze.
Yeah. Don't stab me. We need to check that measurement out. That's screwing over there.
All right, so you're not going to be able to see it, but he has his tape on the top of this. He's seeing if the length matches what the length is on the floor. I had to tap it out for him a little bit, and I'm going to stick a screw in there so it can hold that into place as he ends up screwing his side in the rest of the way, if he hasn't already. And I'm going to end up screwing this side off as well. Use plenty of screws on this. You don't want it to move. This has got to stay. It's going to be permanent. Yeah, so there you go.
Oh.
All right, so we're ready to start doing our top plates. We ended up just doing one layer of top plate on this build. That's what we normally do. That's what we like. We think it's the best. 2 top plates seems like your boards could run into more issues with twist or movement. Just putting 1 top plate on here, it's just more of a connection. And doing no top plate, it seems like you can't get as good of a connection on your trusses, so we end up doing 1 at least, and
Got it.
yeah, it works good. I'm gonna hurry and level this up as we're going as well so that we can be ready for our trusses. We got a turnbuckle there. We're gonna end up putting a block down here on one of our joists, and we're gonna make this level and ready to go. The way we like to level it is we end up putting our string through over the top. We always put our string to where it's going to fall right down the edge of this. Let's see what I end up doing here. I think I end up doing a half hitch. Let's see. Yep, I end up doing a half hitch right there. That's our best knot for doing string lines, actually. We go over to the other side. I end up twisting it, pulling it past, and twisting around my nail, you'll see. Pull that tight. And we're going to make it so that string line's just falling right down the edge on both sides. Oh, I haven't finished my brace yet. Got to put 3 screws in there. Well, cool. Okay, so we got that leveled out. Thanks for checking out this video. We're UD Builders. I might show a clip of just the finished product here. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoy making these little videos so I can remember all these memories I have with my dad. So either way, I hope it helped. Thanks. Also, one more thing, if you actually did like this video, please like it. If you have any comments, you got any questions, there any suggestions you have, we're open to anything. We love to hear from you. And if you want to see more UD Builder content, check us out. We're UD Builders. It's just me and my dad. Sometimes we get summer help. But either way, thanks for checking us out.